2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles, and the freeways of LA, all painting the picture just where we are tonight. Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Miami Heat. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Well, among the league's deadlier weapons now is the step-back jumper. Steph Curry said, "You're always in control of the situation with that move." It is pretty effective. Portland's Damian Lillard said, "It's a tough off-balance shot, so it takes a lot of work." But people around the league are putting in that work to become even more effective. Guys?
Thanks, David. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the point. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green out there with Bradley, and it's McGee in at the center position. Now here is Robinson. The shot by Butler, nobody around. His three-pointer's off the mark. To the paint, here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down, and he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Here's Nunn. He kicks it to Butler. Six on the shot clock, and Davis sends it back.
Davis so good with his timing and length to get up and deny shots.
Tries it from 9. And James with a nice bucket inside.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Nunn. And Davis sends it back. Green taking his time here. To the inside. Kicks it out to Bradley. Outside, Green. Davis against Jones. And it's Davis missing. The Heat have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender, guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots. They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Bradley kicks to LeBron. Poked away. Butler with the steal. Pass to Nunn. Bradley against Butler. And the officials call a traveling violation. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Back to James. Outside, Green. 4 on the shot clock. Poked loose. The shot's good from McGee.
And you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position does everything you want from a defensive anchor.
Howard's checked in for the Lakers. Heat also with the sub. Crowder's checked in. And Nunn has got the ball here for the Miami Heat. Searching for their first points of the game. Dishes it to Butler. They need this one. Here's Adebayo. Back to Butler. Over LeBron. They grab their own miss. Lakers leading by 6. Floats it up for Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Boy, there's not a better target in all of the NBA than Davis for the alley-oop.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside Butler. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Davis with it. Outguarded by Crowder. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Butler feeling out of it. Outside Brent. And the pass to LeBron. Outside Green. Six to shoot. Trying to get open is Davis. Shot's good by Green.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And the Heat call time here. So Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duo.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Morris is checked in for Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Green. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Avery Bradley. Now here's Dragic. Here's Hero. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first quarter. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
To the left wing. Dragic left side. The shot. No good that time. And the Lakers take it the other way. Outside Rondo. Caldwell Pope outside. It's deflected. Here's Hero. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Hero passes to Olynyk. Inside, Iguodala. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
And the all-around game Iguodala possesses makes him unique, does whatever is asked of him on the floor.
The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Free throw good, Iguodala. And some controversy last season. Andre Iguodala traded to the Grizzlies. We know he didn't report, Greg, just stayed in the Bay Area until a trade could be worked out to Miami.
I'd call that a power move, Kevin, no doubt. Iguodala, a respected vet, wanted to play for a contender, and he got an extra year and $15 million in the deal.
He's off on the second.
And Clark, it was a roller coaster season, to say the least, for Kyle Kuzma. Saw his role get diminished on the Lakers, and his stats across the board were down.
Yeah, Greg, you go back to your playing days, mine as well. It's hard for young guys early in their career to understand role playing. They equate their production with minutes and accolades as opposed to contribution for the team. And Kyle Kuzma has tremendous talent, great versatility. Early in his career, I think he's going to be fine in the long run.
And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And we spoke with Jimmy Butler not too long ago about his teammates.
These guys work so hard, and they're young, and they're professional with it, that you're planting that seed early, so they can only get better, and they're learning, and they're gaining confidence because they're playing so well. So with me being here with these guys, we're special.
Well, Greg, it sounds like Butler has found happiness.
You know, people don't talk enough about fit. It's important to be in an organization and a system that maximizes your abilities. Butler is playing some of the best ball in his life and making everyone around him better.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
They've got Rajon Rondo. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Caruso in at the shooting guard position. That's the Laker 5. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. If you ask Miami coach Eric Spoelstra, there's been a long lineage of undrafted players who've made an impact with the Heat. Going back, think about big guys like Udonis Haslem, Joel Anthony, and Hassan Whiteside. Now you have youngsters like Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson, Derrick Jones Jr., and Chris Silva. Miami continues to find diamonds in the rough year after year. Guys,
they usually do. That's a very creative organization. Thanks, D.A.
Hey, you can't forget about this now. Rondo's averaged double-digit assists multiple seasons. As good a passer as any in this league.
Now here's Dragic, tipped away, and the foul called on Markieff Morris. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Markieff Morris. Anthony Davis comes in for Kyle Kuzma. LeBron's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Green in for Rajon Rondo. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Butler, no good.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And here is Los Angeles now, after Jimmy Butler missed from long range. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Davis. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Adebayo. Down low. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
The Lakers making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. Robinson's checked in for Miami. And so Green will bring it up for the Lakers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Bradley against Nunn. And stolen by Butler. He hits that shot, his first of the night, now 1 for 6.
Utilizing that weight room muscle there. Butler very difficult to box out.
LeBron passes to McGee. To the middle. Here's Bradley. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Lakers lead by 9.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Nunn finds Robinson. Here's Butler. Over Davis. That one wide left.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. And last season, we got to see what an effective playmaker LeBron James can be. The assist numbers through the roof, career high for him at the age of 35.
Absolutely remarkable. And Greg, when I first saw him in high school in Northeastern Ohio, I thought his passing was his greatest attribute, and that was after just seeing him play one time. And he's shown that throughout his career. Took on full ball handling responsibilities with the Lakers last year and showed you what he can do. He is a gifted passer and an extremely versatile player.
The Lakers making a switch here. Howard's checked in. The Heat also changing it up. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Bam Adebayo. And Jay Crowder's subbed in for Derek Jones. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Butler on the way. Covered by LeBron. 5 to shoot. Nunn kicks to Butler. From downtown, Dwight Howard grabs the board.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
The Heat trail by 9. Now Nunn. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Passes it to Butler. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Howard's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Bradley passes to Davis. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
For Miami, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And here's Nunn. Here's the floater. And Davis sends it back. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Davis has got the ball. Here's LeBron. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Green. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Bradley. Free throw good, LeBron. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
Now here's Crowder, still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's sent back by Howard.
And, you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector of an elite level.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Hero. He dishes it to Dragic. Count it. Lakers leading by 14. Crowder with the steal. Oh, here we go now. Crowder's got it, the fast break chance. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Heat have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. And he makes the first. And the Heat making a change here. And both free throws good from Crowder. Rondo scanning the floor. Crowder with the steal. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what has to happen to pull out the win?
Well, we have to play through some of the tough times, okay, whether it's a missed call or whether missed shots. This is a passionate game, and we got to stay the course.
We'll see what happens. Thanks, Bo. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The Lakers came ready to play, looking absolutely unstoppable off the tip. They put together a masterful 12-0 run. Things fell into place for them quickly, and they ended the first quarter with an 11-point lead. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. Shaq, what'd you think about the Lakers?
Love what we've seen from AD. Comfortable and assertive on the offensive end. Defense has to figure them out when they're in trouble. This kid has it all.
Looking at Miami, Shaq, your thoughts?
They need to make major adjustments on the offense. Whatever their game plan was going into this game, scrap it. It's not been effective. The shots they were taking were not good shots. They need to find a way to spring guys open where they can shoot a better percentage.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You have to like what we're seeing from Davis.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. Derek Jones is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. And it's Robinson in at the 2 guard. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
You know what? Still a consistent double-double threat every game is Howard, wanting to prove how valuable he is.
Here's Robinson. Sweet little floater.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
And it's Bradley with the ball for the Lakers. At one point, they led by 16. James trying to free himself up. And Bradley gets it to go. And the Lakers lead by 13.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here's Adebayo. He's still scoreless so far in this one, and it goes down 2 points.
And Butler is no easy cover. When he's in the paint, he's looking to score, which is what you should do. I like his attacking, confident mindset.
And taken with the 30th pick back in 2011, Jimmy Butler went from 15th man in Chicago, riding the end of the bench, to franchise player in the course of 4 seasons.
James, good, and it's Green picking up the assist. LeBron's got 7 points.
You know, because James is such a consistent, confident shooter from the mid-range, you just can't afford to let him get comfortable.
Green against Robinson. Back to Butler. Shot clock at 6. And Davis sends it back. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Los Angeles. Alex Caruso comes in for Danny Green. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
And Greg, it seemed in Chicago and Minnesota maybe Jimmy Butler wore out his welcome. Philadelphia, they had him and they had to juggle multiple stars. But man, Miami, the Heat handed him the keys and he has taken off.
And Kevin, he's shown himself worthy, lifting them to a top seed in the East and himself into the MVP conversation.
That one good for 2. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Outside Bradley. James in the post, defended by Butler. And Jones sends it back. Butler against James. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Don't think you're going to get a better look than that, and it's Butler who makes it possible with an excellent feed.
Here's Bradley. James outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
You know, that's one of the reasons LeBron is so hard to defend. He puts you in a tough spot, forces you to foul him because he's so strong and athletic, and then he gets himself to the line.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. Free throw good, LeBron.
And, you know, when you've played over a decade and a half in the league, it's expected that you're going to slow down, but LeBron still going strong.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Davis. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Bradley. And he makes both free throws. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Didn't miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face. Yeah.
Ouch. Good on the three-point shot. Rondo's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Hero. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Just 5 to shoot. It's tipped. They need this. The Lakers with the rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
It's Kuzma penetrating. And that one drops for him. And the Lakers lead by 20.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle and at their offensive end.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Well-rounded effort, and they showed no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Timeout called the Heat. You look at James, what a contribution.
He's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Los Angeles with some changes. Markieff Morris is checked in for JaVale McGee. Caldwell Pope comes in for LeBron. And it's Green in for Alex Caruso. And then for Miami, Silva's checked in, and it's Crowder in for Hero.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Caldwell Pope passes to Kuzma. Inside, here's Iguodala, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Iguodala's got 5.
You just can't give Iguodala these looks. He's too experienced and crafty down low.
Pass to Kuzma. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. The Heat trail by 20. Dragic left side. Rondo against Iguodala. Can't cash in from close range. Outside Rondo. Down low. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Hits it from three-point range. Iguodala's got 5 points in the quarter. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll return shortly. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. Morris is out there with Contavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Howard in at the 5 down low. Now here's Caldwell-Pope. Outside Rondo. Howard in the post. He's covered by Iguodala.
Nice job that time using that strong body of his inside. Once Howard has positioning, I think you got to wrap him up.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Lakers?
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And the free throw good from Howard. And some changes here for the Lakers. Davis comes in for Markieff Morris, and Bradley's subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Howard hits them both.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Now here is Robinson. There's the dish to Crowder. Pass to Nunn. Out left to the wing. Robinson against Bradley. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And this is the level of intensity Adebayo brings. He's terrific at channeling that energy on the offensive glass.
Here is Davis. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from Adebayo. Bradley against Butler. It's Robinson high post. Dishes it to Crowder. The pass to Nunn. Beyond the arc. The Lakers with the rebound. Howard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Davis kicks to Bradley. Caldwell-Pope for 3. And again, the Lakers no good.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Butler from outside. The Lakers with the rebound. 22 is their biggest lead. Green finds Bradley. And here is Davis, defended by Crowder. The 11-footer, and it's Davis missing. The Heat trail by 17. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And it's Bradley with the ball for Los Angeles. Kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Butler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Adebayo drives in.
And Bam Adebayo demonstrating a refined skill set that belies his nickname. Over 5 assists per game. He's a creator, not just a finisher.
First free throw is good. Some changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. And it's LeBron in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Miami also making a switch. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. And Adebayo drops them both. Timeout called the Lakers.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. He likes where things are headed, but he cautioned them to play smart the rest of the way. He said carelessness with the ball, with assignments, with rotations, any of that can undo what we've worked to accomplish so far. Kevin, they are so close.
Thank you, David.
LeBron James at the line for two.
First free throw is good. That one misses, but they get it back. Davis dishes to Green. Over none, and it's off the back rim, no good. The Heat trail by 14. Here's Butler. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And as impressive as the numbers were for Jimmy Butler in the bubble, they don't begin to tell the whole story. He was hitting clutch shots for the Heat during that run in the postseason.
You know, Greg, going back to Jimmy Butler, it felt like each series he had a few big shots.
I mean, everything you want from your leader. The big shots, motivating others, setting an example with his play. Butler played as well as any leader in the postseason.
And he knocks down the first one.
And, you know, Butler has elevated himself to one of the game's all-star players, an all-around player who thrives on competition.
He hits both from the stripe.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
And again, the Lakers no good. And it's Adebayo with the ball for the Miami Heat. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Now here's Butler. Adebayo, high post. Good ball movement here by Miami. Loads it up for Adebayo. Stolen by McGee. James in the post. Defended by Butler. And finished off by LeBron.
Tell you what, if he's within shouting distance of the basket, he's going to get his bucket. You can count on that.
Here's Butler, and the rejection by James. .144 left in the fourth. Outside Brantley. Passes it to Green. Puts one up from 19. Another miss by James.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Adebayo passes to Butler. Great D that time from Green.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Lakers.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for LeBron.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Bradley. James looking it over. Rebound by Butler. With the floater. To the wing right side. Adebayo kicks to none. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, a challenge for you tonight with your matchup. How much motivation do you get in a game like this one?
My matchup is not an individual matchup. It's us as a team trying to get better, and we was able to hold court, so it was a good win for us.
Well, man, I appreciate the time. Thanks, man. Congrats. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.